Hi everyone, this is Susie, and I have some of these little journals here that I want to share. This is, of course, the Daphne's Diary journals, and then I have a Somerset Life journal. The Somerset is really my favorite. I like to watch Adeline's Country Cottage when she does the journals out of her magazines. And anyway, that's what kind of inspired this, and she's just fantastic. So I'm actually going to link her video or her channel in the description box, because that is where my inspiration came for that one. But there are so many doing the Daphne's Diaries that there's not really any one person that I would say that I got inspiration from, because there are just so many of them doing the Daphne's Diaries. So anyway, the Daphne's Diary, I did do a little different. Now, this was actually just one book. This was the front cover. This was the back. I did use some actually surgical tape or linen tape, whatever you want to call it. I did kind of V my spine, because I made this like the Traveler's Notebook, where you could actually take the insert out instead of leaving it in. I've kind of just made a loose tie here to just kind of hold that in place, but you can actually just untie that right there. It'll just come right out. It's not knotted or anything on the elastic. And you can just take it out and actually journal in it if you wanted to. That's the only thing holding it in is the elastic. So I just kind of wanted to do something a little different. I did Mod Podge this here so that it would kind of seal. I put in this issue. Anyway, these were so much fun. I really had a great time doing these. Now I'm going to make sure that I'm got this in frame. I don't want to be out of frame doing this. So, excuse me. So, anyway, all the papers came out of the Daphne's Diaries for the most part. I think I might have got a couple things out of the Flow magazine on this, but it's mainly true to Daphne's Diary. I did use paper on my tabs on a lot of this. I did back it with some coffee stained paper so that you could journal on the back of the little tags. Here I've just made a little pocket, and that will just slip in there. Here is a big tag, actually. I think this came out of a, and one of them had a travel diary or something, and that's what I used. I just actually stitched some on the paper there. Here is the actual paper there. And then here is the back side. But I just kind of bent it over and put it on there. Here is one of the drawings that she had in the magazine. And again, I've just backed it, but I did use all paper tabs. I just thought the paper was so cute that I wanted to kind of use the tabs there. I'm not going to push that in too hard. I think I got that a little too tight. Here is some paper. I think I picked this up at Michael's. It was on sale. They had these little paper journals on sale. And here's just another piece of here is some masking paper. Here is just another little, this is a fabric tab there. Kind of sits in the pocket. And here is just some teapots or different pots. Use some tracing paper. I love this image right here. I absolutely love that. Here is Try Something. I've just kind of stitched on the paper. Here's some more fabric tab. Here is just a part of the book. Here's another pocket. And I've used actually the Daphne's Diary, the little cutout there for the tab on that. There's the back. I used an index card to back it. Piece of paper here is actually a card. I also got that at Michael's. And then some more tracing paper. Here I've just sewed some masking paper there. My week. This would be a great place to journal right there. some plain paper. And then here is a nice little creative piece I cut out and stitched on. Here is just it's so simple is what that says. I've actually just glued the flower on and then stitched around the, and like I said, I backed all of those so that there would be a place to write on it. Some more fabric. And I love this. I actually read this in this issue about the lady who does the paper art. Really cool. That was a pretty neat little article. She did all kinds of paper art. And then here I've got just one of the little things from the book where it's Dear Diary, and it's actually got the whole thing that she had wrote. And then here is the whole back for journaling. This said contents. And that just clips on here. And then I have a square doily. I got that from A Tattered Dream from her Etsy shop. Some more masking paper. And then here is a pretty page. Okay, here's the center page. I kept it all one nice little page. And then start again. There's the other half of that square doily. Here's some more of that paper art. That is just so amazing that somebody could do that. That is quite talent. And then here is some more just paper with, this is actually an old handkerchief that I've cut up. Here is another little, and this one I didn't back because it was so pretty on the back. I thought a picture would go really well there. So I did not back that one. And then here is a piece of paper for journaling that I thought was really cute. And then I have just used an index card here to get this put back the way I had it to journal on. Oops, I have lost the clip that goes to that. I'll have to put that back on there. Okay. And then here I created this. This says, throw yourself into the world. And it actually flips up. I made it just to flip up. And then here's some more of the paper, some more tracing paper, the other part of that card. Here is a picture that I have just sewed on. I think I sewed it and then glued it on actually. And then here's some more of that dessert table. And it just sits in the pocket. And this is another one that I have left blank on the back because of the colors. It'd be a good place for a picture. And then here is a piece of I got this at Michael's also on their clearance bin not too long ago. And some of the paper. There's a piece of tracing paper there. Here is another pocket. I love the paper. That's why I did that in paper with the tabs. I love the paper. I love the look of the paper. The polka dots and things. Here is another little piece of writing tablet. And then this one here says it's a big world. Go out there. World out there. Go explore. And then I've just, of course, backed it in a place that you could journal. And then here is the very back. But anyway, and the back cover of it. But anyway, this is one of the Daphne's diaries there. And here is the other one. And I've just used the sari silk. And I did it the same way. I've just bead the spine. It won't tear. It's got enough. I use this age tape here, and then I actually have some double-sided tape under it. And then I also have a piece of clear tape here, that surgical tape. that is real sturdy, so that binding is not going to go anywhere. But I didn't want the book to sink in, so I just V'd it on both ends. This I got from the Flow magazine here. If you only read the books that everyone else is reading, you can only think what everybody else is thinking. And then it has the author there. Anyway, this one had a cute little boy and girl with a bicycle. That was so cute on the back cover. I'm going to make sure I'm in frame. And I have a piece of tracing paper there. I have a pocket. This has a cute little like patchwork dog. That is so cute. And then I have backed it in some coffee paper, stained paper for journaling. Here's some more of that tablet, writing tablet. This here comes off, and it actually is a piece that I have just stitched on. It was just so pretty with the shutters. You could probably back it or put some pictures or something there. But I just like the autumn part, and it kind of looked like it was stitched on the page. So I just like the looks of that. So that just clips on. And then some more masking paper there. And this is today, and it's Dear Diary. There's the hello, I'm Daphne. Here's just a little tuck spot I made there with this little girl. She's actually lying down. I don't remember what that article was. It was some kind of doll. And then, it's really pretty there. I've got some fabric stitched on there for the tabs. Some more tracing paper. Candy hearts. I love this. I love that blue bottles. Piece of that paper there. Journaling. The square doily. Here is another little, this is just a little saying, one moment. And it has a little quote there. Or rhyme or poetry or whatever you want to call it there. Graph paper. Here I've got a piece that pulls out. And there's another little piece of poetry. And it just goes on here. The only thing about Tim Holtz clips, and it's a good thing you'd use them in a junk journal, because they do leave like a metal film when you go to take them off. Here I've just punched that with my edge punch, or my corner punch, I mean. This is really pretty paper here. Here's another little piece of something. There were banners you could cut out, and then I've just left it big for journaling. And it sits in the pocket. Here's just a piece of paper. It's not really got anything on it. And here is the treble here. Here is the treble. Here is the middle. Doing what you like is, I can't read, freedom. Liking what you do is happiness. And then this is some fabric. A fabric tab. And the ones in the usually the pockets are going to be the paper tabs. But anyway, that's sets in the pocket there. And then here is, I love this. I love this picture with the boots and the sitting outside the door with the shovel and the little bricked walkway there. And I've just made it a place for journaling. And then here is another drawing. Girl in the rain, and then here's a place for journaling on the back. Piece of the tablet paper, other part of the doily. And then here is post from friends, and I've just left it kind of a tuck spot there, or just a place you could lift up and continue journaling if you wanted to. And then here's a nice spot for journaling right there. And then here's some more of that, just paper I've ruffled. and stitch down. Here is another little, this is about the rain. Dear Diary. And then here's a place for journaling there. And it just sits in the pocket. And then tracing paper, and here's, oops, a little pocket, and I didn't put anything in there, but that is a pocket. And anyway, this is my second little Daphne's Diary journal. Okay, now this one is my favorite. This is the Somerset Life, and I've just wrapped it in some white seam binding. I used a nice white linen for this binding, just to hold it together. This one is quite chunky. And on this one, I've got a little pocket here to just put something in, and I didn't put anything in it, but it is a pocket. And like I said, Adeline's Country Cottage really inspired me. She uses a lot of the muslin and the fabrics, and so I tried to do that. I did not do as good a job as her. Her journals are beautiful, but anyway, I wanted to try my hand at it. There is just a place for journaling there. These are just images from the Somerset magazine. And then here is a little fabric airmail envelope, and this is just really a place to journal there. I just tucked it in this little pocket there. This pink paper actually came out of the new Flow magazine that I bought. It's a really thin paper. It's really pretty. And so I used it. Here's an alterations tag, and it just sits in that ruffled as a tuck. This is just some 7 Gypsies. That's some of that new paper that they have out in their architectures. Here is, now I went to Hobby Lobby because I had bought this before in a different color, and when I did the Flamingo altered traveler's notebook. And they had their stuff on 50% off, so I bought some pink and purple and different colors because I love this leafy vine. And I've just layered it with some crocheted lace. Here is just a bicycle, and I've backed it so that you can journal on the back. Here is some music note paper and some sari silk. Here is a glassine bag, and it just has a nice little picture from the magazine. I love the Somerset Life magazines. Here I've got a leaf charm with a little clip here. I forget what those are called. But anyway, that is... I tried to do some layering. Here's some stamping. This is a stamp that's Tim Holtz on the graph paper. Here is some of that paper from the Flow magazine. Square doily. This I have made a pocket. I've made a pocket and run some rosette down it. I even tried my hand at a fabric tag, but what I had to do was use a regular tab and kind of cover it, or tag I mean, and cover it in fabric is what I did. And then I've just cut out an image from the magazine and kind of did some layers there, and it just sits in the pocket here. Regular paper. Here is just, now this I didn't back. If it had white behind it, I didn't back it because they're already ready for journaling, so I didn't do that. Here is just some coffee stained paper. Here is another little pocket I've created with some fabric here and added a little pin, and then here is another little tag I have made. I've layered it. I've stitched all this on. I think I glued this outer flower on and glued these on, but I have stitched around the little cutout from the magazine, and here is the back. But anyway, I love the look of the fabric tags. I was so impressed with that Adeline's Country Cottage. I just had to try one. Here is another I didn't back because it actually has a plain back already. Here I've made just a little layering there, flower and such. And then here is an ode to handwriting is what that was. Here's a tag that I have actually just backed so that you could journal on that one. Look at that image. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely beautiful. Music sheet paper. There's a nice pretty image there and there. Here's just some canvas sewed on that. And then here I've stamped. I just actually did a little bit of stamping in this, not a whole lot. Here's another fabric tag with a pocket here. And I've added a little charm love. I tried to just make a little, like a little doodle flower or something there. And then I just tied a bow with some sari silk there. That kind of lays over the pocket there. And then here is the other half of the glassine bag. And I've left it because it has a journaling spot already, so I didn't cover it. This just sits in the bag. And I did stitch down this bag. And here is some layered fabric along the side of that music note paper. Here is another little tag here that I've actually sewed a little bow, and then I added a little glue to make sure that it was good and closed. And then here's some more of that pink paper. Here is some of that those glass bottles. I love that. So pretty. And here I've just stamped creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking what no one else has thought. And then here is a little image that I have actually backed in the parchment paper there. It just clips on. And then here is some of that purple that I've layered. That is so pretty. Little leaves there. Here I've stitched on just a little piece of fabric there. Some of Tim Holtz, I believe that's a Wallflowers flat fabric. And here I've just done some layering and that. And anyway, this is my little Somerset magazine cover. Here is the back side. This one I absolutely love. I just love the look of it. So, but anyway, I'm going to list these, of course, on my blog if anybody's interested. But I hope that you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching.